Hey folks, Isaac the Nothing Miller here, and today I'm taking care of some of my dry gear maintenance. Now, after a day on the water, be it salt water, you're going to have sand, mud, fish slime, blood, getting into all the dry gear, making it less waterproof, making it less breathable, and all in all, just less comfortable to wear. Normally when I'm done with the day, first thing I do, especially in the case of my dry suit, unzip all my zippers, give it a good thorough rinse with fresh water. Easy way, just hop on in the shower with it. That way you can find out if you got any leaks and you get all the grime washed off of it. I got all sorts of stuff on my pants, my dry top, my suit, my waders. They're all in some need of revitalization. To do that, I'm washing all my gear, be it GORE-TEX or event fabric or even some other breathable synthetics. I'm using ReviveX synthetic fabric cleaner. This is perfect for these fabrics because it's very mild and it washes off very cleanly, very easily. And that's something that you don't normally get with most fabric cleaners. Your regular laundry detergent isn't going to be very suitable for getting this stuff clean and maintain that waterproofness. Follow up after everything's dry. If it's got a latex gasket, it's going to get some 303 Aerospace Protectant, and all the fabric when done, it's going to get the 303 fabric guard, and this is going to make sure that any water that I come across is just going to beat up and roll right off the fabrics, just like they did when they were brand new. To get started, I've already got a big tote here in my tub, my basin. I got it filled up. I have this is a big tote. I got about 10 gallons of water. So I've got about a third of a cup of this ReviveX, all mixed up, lukewarm water. And, well, it's time to get this stuff in the water and get it cleaned up. Alright, well, I've had these in the water soaking for about 20 minutes. I'd come down and just kind of agitate it every few minutes just as I go by. Got plenty of other things to do around the house, so just stir it up, make sure everything's getting good and soapy and good, good to go. Now it's time to start paying attention to individual items as we take it out of the water. You can see, I probably can't see it on the camera, but there's some good discoloration in this area. Sure sign that there's some more dirt there than I can normally get. So I'm going to use just a really soft bristle nail brush here. Give it a little bit more ReviveX. Just kind of give it a good scrub. Doesn't take a whole lot of work. Remember these are waterproof fabrics, so most stains will come out fairly easily. The exception being molds. If you threw your stuff in a bag and let it sit for a couple of weeks, it's going to develop a lot of mold, and it's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, to take care of. Just a couple little spots here. Nothing real big on this, on the waders here. The nice part is, since my wash basin is right next to my wash machine, I just fill my wash machine up with water, no soap. Just drop them right on in, and I can move on to the next item. This is probably the most efficient way to wash multiple pieces. If you wear waders and a dry top or dry pants and a dry top, it's just the easiest way. Of course, you can do this one at a time. If you're doing that, you can use less water, less soap each round, and just give it better attention to each individual item. I've got, in my mind, too much stuff to clean, so I'm not going to be spending too much time washing each individual item. Because I've got enough stuff here to outfit 3 different people on the water. This is a very old dry top for me. It's been around for a number of years. You can see it definitely doesn't have the look that it once did, but I'll tell you what, when it needs to, it keeps you dry. So that's the important part. I usually loan this out to other folks, so make sure it's working well. While we're sitting here scrubbing these, and like I said, I'm just throwing these into water in my wash machine. If you have a front load washer, you can skip pretty much all of this. Front load washers, or even if you have a top load that doesn't have the big tall center post in it, they are much gentler on clothes, and you can get away with throwing your gear in the wash machine. You'll still use the ReviveX. Follow the directions here on how much soap to apply to the washer. Really depends on how big of a load you have and what the water level's like. But you can, like I said, if you've got a front load, throw these in, gentle cycle. Warm or cold water. I like to use warm. It's generally on wash machines, warm water is used just about lukewarm. So anyway, I'm going to keep on scrubbing away here and check back with you all in a few minutes. There we go. Now, to clean water in there, it's time to give everything the final rinse. And like I said, I filled filled the wash machine up with water and use that as a first rinse. And I refresh the water here and give everything their final rinse. One of the things I really like to do on the final rinse, really going to help things out when it comes time to finish everything up, is I turn the suit inside out. It can be difficult. Got a lot of moving parts here on the dry suits, but by turning it all inside out, I make sure the inside of the suit gets thoroughly rinsed as well. So go ahead, get the suit in, agitate it, make sure we got all the outside rinsed off, and then we can go in and start turning the suit inside out. To do that, I usually start with one of the legs. It tends to be the easiest. There we go. And it also gives me the opportunity to take a look at all the tape and all the gaskets. And so far, it's looking really good. So, just work your way through and find all your appendages and get the suit turned inside out. You'll find you'll get a really good rinse, and like I said, you'll get a really good inspection opportunity. And I have to make sure that this whole washing process is going to be successful. Here, we just made a discovery that I need to replace a piece of belt link, and we didn't. Sometimes latex can be deceiving. I thought I felt a tear. And I would have had another video for you. How to replace latex cuffs. That would not have been fun. Sleeve. Everything's looking good. And we can inspect collar. Perfect. Good. All is well. Just give it another agitation here. Make sure all the outside, or all the interior of the suit's nice and rinsed. And the secret to getting this all out easily, lift from the feet. If you've got waders or dry pants or a dry suit with a stocking foot, start at the foot to lift everything out, because that's where the water is most likely going to hold up and make getting the dry suit out very heavy. As you see, it can retain a good amount of water in all those pockets and folds and creases. Good. And now, with the suit out, grab my hanger. I like this really heavy-duty hanger. Flexible hangers are also excellent. Avoid regular wire hangers. Here we go. Let's get that in. Boom. And I can hang this up and let it dry. Alright, we're back. The outside of the suits and all the rest of my gear is dried off. It's time to do some maintenance on the inside of the suit. Today we're going to be using the 303 Aerospace Protectant. This stuff is awesome. I've been using it for decades now. I'm going to be working on the cuffs, both around the arms, the neck cuff up here. And in the case of my NRS dry suit, it has latex booties. We're going to treat these as well. Important thing not to overlook, the zippers. All these zippers have a vinyl coating. It's really good to keep those in tip-top shape. We're going to apply our Aerospace Protectant to those as well. Just spray it on a small cloth and wipe them all down. Get them all nice and glossy again. Keep them conditioned and sealing well. Alright, well, we got the suit, all the seals on the outside, all the gaskets of the suit cleaned up, protected now with the 303. Time to turn the suit right side out again. Now, if you wash dry pants, waders, or a dry suit, anything with stocking feet, there's going to be a lot of water involved again. All that water has gone down and it's trapped inside the booties. So we're going to go back to the wash basin, stick the feet in, and as we pull them inside out, we'll be able to dump all the water back into the sink and reduce the amount of time it's going to take. Oh yeah, good amount of water there. It's going to help reduce the amount of time it's going to take to get the outside of the suit dry. Because at this point, it's pretty much just around the ankles is where all the moisture's at. And then once the outside of the suit is completely dry, we can move on to the 303 fabric guard. Get these products nice and waterproof once again. Alright, I got everything all nice and dry. The neoprene's dry, the outside of the suits are dry. So it's time to go ahead and apply the 303 fabric guard. This is another product I've been using for a very long time. It's great on all your camping gear. If you got a convertible, throw it on the top of your convertible and it'll be like brand new. This step is pretty optional. You know, if you test out your fabric, spray a little water on there, and the water just rolls right off the fabric, you don't need to do this step. Now, if it kind of discolors and the water starts absorbing into the material, then it's time to reach for the fabric guard. I've already zipped up all the zippers on my dry suit and treated the cuffs with the Aerospace Protectant. Yesterday, you know, earlier in the video, we did the inside. I already went ahead and did the outside today, and now it's just time to go ahead and spray the fabric guard. To do that, we just give a good coating. And this is something I normally do outdoors. Allow the wind to help get this dried off. But it's raining, so it's best to do this in a dry environment. The floor of my basement's tile, so I will be mopping after I'm done with all of this, because the stuff does some weird stuff to the concrete, or to the tile. Just doesn't work out too great. So, anyway, and that's it. You know, just give it all a good, thorough coat. You know, by zipping this up earlier, I exposed all the fabric. Makes it a lot easier to apply this thoroughly. And then this does need to dry. Points that out right on the label. Generally speaking, especially if you're doing this indoors, or even if you spray it outdoors and then bring it inside to dry, the night before you go out next. About all the time you really need. And it'll be ready for you. 12 hours has always been suitable for me, so like I said, I always dry mine indoors, so it'll work out really well. Just a good light coat all the way around. If you had some trouble areas, especially around the thighs when you're dragging fish on, that's usually tends to be the grimiest areas. Make sure this is a little bit more thoroughly applied to the point where the fabric actually looks wet. I also really like to work on the cuffs, since that's where I tend to get a lot of nastiness on my arms too. And that's it. I've got finish up doing the dry top, and then grab my waders, and I can get those waterproof too. And I'll check back with you shortly. Alright, we are almost done getting everything cleaned up, ready for hitting the water and staying dry and comfortable. One step left. If you have a dry suit, or even if you got some nice waders with a waterproof zipper, one last thing to do, and that is to lubricate the zippers. This is a Zip Tech from McNett. It's kind of a chapstick-like substance. In fact, a lot of folks do use actual chapstick to do this. You want to expose your zippers and go ahead and open them up. Try to keep the suit in the frame. Just a little bitty nail up there. Okay. And you're going to take the Zip Tech, roll it up a bit, just like that, and we're going to apply it to the outside of the zipper. You just roll it right on down. Suit pulled back there. Do that on both sides. You want to make sure you're applying this to the outside of the zipper. Applying it to the inside can compromise the seal. The only purpose of this is to make this zipper, which can be very firm and difficult to operate, a lot easier to open and close. Now that we've applied the Zip Tech, just grab the end of your zipper and pull it down, and that's going to help spread it all out. Back up again. See? You already see it's getting a lot easier to open and close. Make that one last pass there. And all good enough. If I can find out where the hanger just went. And of course, don't forget, you're going to want to do this with all your relief zippers also. Again, I'm going to open up the zipper, grab our Zip Tech, and apply it to the outside, the coarse part of the zipper here, just like that. Grab that excess. And this is something I do about every 3 or 4 uses. Doesn't take a whole lot of time to just hit the zippers with the wax and keep it all well lubricated and ready to use. And that's it. It was that simple. Do that, like I said, every 3 to 4 trips. Makes getting in and out of the dry suit or relieving yourself a lot easier every time. Got these all sprayed down with the fabric guard. They've all been washed up. At this point, they're just drying, and we're all done. They're going to be ready to use tomorrow morning, and we can hit the water and do some fishing. When it comes to long-term storage, I like to keep my dry suit hanging, just as you see here. I throw it in the closet, and that keeps it protected from any household animals, the kids, and keeps out the dust and the muck, and keeps it in good operating order. Keeps it clean, and I know I can rely on this dry suit anytime I'm pulling it out of my closet. Keeping the zippers open rather, is very important, because that keeps this membrane that seals the whole dry suit flexible and soft. If you zip it up and throw it in your closet, it's going to compress, and over time it's going to lose its effectiveness. Like I pointed out earlier, the zipper is one of the most expensive parts of the whole dry suit. So we're just going to let it all sit like this. It'll be dry here shortly. I'll throw it in the closet and call it good. To recap some of the products that we used to take care of the dry suit, the dry top, my waders, the dry pants, all of it. To start off, we cleaned with the synthetic fabric cleaner from GORE-TEX. They call it ReviveX. Works great. That was our washing. We went through, and all the latex got a hit of the Aerospace Protectant from 303. Helps keep it nice, soft, and subtle. And we went through and we reapplied the fabric guard to make everything super waterproof once again. And if it had a waterproof zipper, it got hit and lubricated with some Zip Tech. You can find all these products at nrsweb.com. It's the NRS website. They carry all of these. You can also should be able to find these at any of your local kayak shops. They're going to have all these products and several others as well. Talk to them. Watch this video. You'll find the same products, and keep your stuff working in top shape. That's all I got for you. Talk to you later.